Do you curse on YouTube, by the way?
Yeah, that's fine. Based on the utils of harm, you just got done telling me that you could not actually quantify this kind of harm. And yet when I say...
Nobody can.
Right, but yet when I ask you, if that's the case and Christians are feeling harmed by this, should they lie anyway and take the harm for the other subset? You say yes. So if you can't quantify it, why in the fucking world would you say that they ought to do it?
Andrew Wilson takes on a communist in an explosive debate over religion, politics, morality, and who actually has the stronger worldview. And this argument goes completely haywire. Before we get into it, YouTube is showing me that more and more of my subscribed viewers are watching my content. Thank you for your support, and if we can reach 3,000 subscribers by October, which is next month, I will call into Brian Shapiro's show and give him a piece of my mind. Like and subscribe for daily uploads because the political debates never stop here on America Only.
Well, first of all, nice to meet you. Rob Knorr actually recommended that I reach out to you because we had a little discussion a couple weeks ago and scripture came up and he said you were more qualified to talk about that particular issue. But I guess we should just do first interviews or impressions here. So like, I'm not super familiar with you. So how did you get involved with politics, religion? How did you get involved with content creation?
By accident. So I dove in by complete accident. There was lockdowns going on and I joined a Facebook group, started debating on that Facebook group. And some of those debates began to go viral. It started a YouTube channel and voila, here I am.
And so have you always been politically, this is stuff that I just ask everybody that I talk to, but like what first got you into politics? Was your family political? Was it something that you got from college?
My dad was always, he was born based. He was base conservative, awesome from the get-go. Hates progressive with a passion, which is exactly what he should. And yeah, that's basically, basically I come from a long line of conservatives who loathe progressives and communists of all stripes and types.
Basically based.
Well, we share a hatred of communists, but I'm sorry to disappoint.
Come on, dude. Yeah, I listened to your Rob Knorr debate. I listened to it. It's like I know that. So here's the tactic, right? I've seen this tactic a million times before from liberal progressive scumbags. It works like this: they go, "Hey, let's do an interview." In order to catch you off guard, and then it really becomes a debate view, right? So that's how it actually ends up going. In this case, they can generally prepare for you, but you're not prepared for them. Having known this tactic for a long time, because I've been in this sphere a long time, of course, I prepared ahead of time and took a look at a lot of your content, including your debate with Rob Knorr, which I reviewed live on stream. And Not only were you drubbed thoroughly, as well you should have been for your stupid takes, but on top of that, right, it was very clear that you were guiding the conversation towards a debate, and what you're looking for is an angle to move in on. So why don't we just skip with the bullshit and get right to the debate?
So to be clear, like I don't actually seek out blood sport type debates. I am interested in having normal conversations, and I compartmentalize with people. So I can have I don't dislike Rob. I think his opinions are wrong, but I don't think he's like an evil person. And I'm definitely not trying to farm clips or farm clout or anything like that. But if you want to take an adversarial tone, I suppose we can go down that road.
Well, we're adversaries. You're a neoliberal shill, man. Like what? How would a guy like me not be adversarial with you? Your secular values are responsible for the destruction of the United States, essentially.
What did I discuss? What did I say in my discussion with Rob that gave you the impression that I favored neoliberal politics?
Well, because you're a status quo shill. You're going for the typical status quo of LGBTQ rights, egalitarianism, all of the same neocon bullshit and neolib bullshit we've been hearing for 60 years.
Neoliberal politics, in my understanding, is more an economic philosophy.
No, it's not. It's also social policies. Social policies tie right in to neoconservatism, neoliberalism. Neoliberalism, new liberalism, or a new conservatism, which is no longer new, but more product of the 90s, are liberals and conservative holdouts who basically stay about 10 years behind the progressive curve. And that's about where you're at. So you would have kind of the milquetoast fence-sitting position of, well, it's nuanced. It's a little bit nuanced. Yes, it's true that I'm for all the LGBTQ bullshit, but it's very nuanced, my take. But it's...
Yeah, you gotta love these liberals. Like, they are all out communist and Marxist, and they just won't admit it. Like, they have to beat around the bush so much to the point that they basically answer the question, like, are you a Marxist? Are you a communist? No, I just believe in the liberation of all working people. And it's like, dude, okay, so you're a fucking communist then? Like, can you just speak to me as if I'm another human? Like, these people, like, they try to act like it's like the McCarthyist era again, and that they're under hiding and that they can't, like, say who they are. No, say who you are. We'll just point out how cringe you guys fucking are. Like, it's, you know, it's okay. You're just cringe.
Not really nuanced.
Well, I think oftentimes in life things are complicated. And so it's not always as simple as giving a yes or no answer on a question. You have to describe. I mean, certainly you would agree with that, I would assume.
No, I don't. I think that most things are pretty black and white. While it is true that there's nuance, I think that what I call unnecessary progressive nuance is when there's so much nuance that you can't even get to the issue. You can't even get to the issue because it's so nuanced that we have to go through endless amounts of garbage to just get to what it is that we're actually talking about, which is annoying. Everybody hates it. It's one of the reasons why people hate progressives so much is because it's really hard to have a straight conversation with them because essentially almost every other word out of their mouth is a lie.
Well, what would you like to have a straight conversation about today?
Well, let's piggyback off of what you had with Rob Noor on transgender and transgender rights and what it is that you were saying there. Is it your position that we should affirm the identities of these people?
It's my position that I'm not certainly an expert when it comes to like childhood developmental psychology. Do you have an academic background in that sort of a thing?
Well, we don't need to appeal to authority for this. Well, see what I mean by unnecessary nuance? Just give me your position, dude.
My position is that I defer to people that have observed these children in a clinical setting and report the findings.
I didn't ask anything about children. I didn't say a word about children.
Okay, if you want to talk just
I asked about affirming trans identity. I didn't say a word about children at all.
Sure, that's the conversation that I had with Rob.
Sorry, Andrew. Children just probably happen to be on his mind a lot.
Thought that's where you were going with it. But if you want to talk like broadly about transgender individuals, what we observe in the data that I've looked at is that we have outcomes such as less suicidality. And these are things that matter to me more than anything else.
No, they don't matter to you. Outcomes don't matter to you. This is what I mean. Here, let me explain how I know outcomes don't matter to you.
Wait, hold on, just real quick. Do you want to have a conversation where we're like constantly interrupting each other, or do you want to have some time and space to flesh out what we're
If you
saying?
would prefer to give a long form answer, that's fine, but I can already tell you what your position will be. Go ahead.
Okay. So my position, as I was saying, was that it is my belief that people that live an authentic life, a happy life, a life where they don't want to kill themselves is a good outcome.
Let's say unaliving because of the platforms we're on.
Sure. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think it's a good outcome when people take the extreme measure of unaliving themselves. I think it's a good thing to be alive. It's a good thing to be a human being with human consciousness and witness the world that we live in, because I think it's a beautiful world. I've had the fortune of being able to travel and see a lot of beauty. And I want other people to have these kinds of experiences too. And you can't really do that if you want to unalive yourself.
Yeah, the problem with this argument that comes from you progressives is it's so one-sided, and it actually makes no sense if you think about it for 15 seconds. Let me give you a counter position. Let us assume for a second that there was a group of white people who wanted to be racist towards black people, and if they weren't able to, they would unalive themselves. Would you agree that they should be able to be racist towards black people?
No, because the difference in that spot was that racism would manifest as harm to other people.
Right. And so this is the whole, and hang on, this is the hole in your argument.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm going to explain. Well, hang on, let me finish my position here.
Okay, you're the one that got me off.
The reason that this happened, the reason I asked this question is because it's always the same answer. Well, no, of course not in that case, because there's a greater role of harm. But you never talk about the harm that comes from people having to affirm something they know is a fucking lie. You never talk about that.
Well, can you explain that harm?
Yeah, we can clearly see that these are men and not women, clearly. And so as Christians,
Dude, look at this guy's face in the blue. Like, they always look like this. They look like traumatized children. Like, I'm not trying to, like, make fun of the kids or anything like that, but it's like, how can you take these people serious? They have no sense of humor. Like, you can't joke about anything with these types of people without them bringing up data and statistics and research that all, like, goes along with their little echo chamber worldview. I mean, just look at this dude. This dude he needs help. Seriously, not SSRIs either. Get off those, dude. I can tell you're on them. I can tell.
Right. Yeah. If as a Christian, I see, let's say, a member of Biden's staff who clearly is not a female and wants to be called a female, you are actually requesting that I lie. And that would be harmful to Christians, wouldn't it?
I suppose I
just don't care. Go ahead, man. I'm just saying, I already know the position you're going to take. Go ahead.
I suppose that would be subjective. If you tell me that you're experiencing emotional harm for the simple request of addressing someone in the manner in which they wish to be addressed, I mean, I take you at your word that you're experiencing harm. My observation of that is that it doesn't appear to be the case that it makes sense that it would be harmful to you.
Dude, I hope you're experiencing emotional harm. Well, we just watched Andrew Wilson take on this random cuck communist lib. I don't even know his name. It's not worth knowing. Don't even put it in the comments. If you like videos like this, hit like and subscribe. We are shitting on the libs every single day, as many times as possible. And as you can see here, YouTube is showing me that more and more of my viewers are subscribed. We are getting there. We are growing. Thank you for the 1.6K subscribers I've gained over the last month. And as I promised in the beginning, if we get to 3,000 subscribers by October, which is next month, I am going to call into Brian Shapiro's show. I promise you that. Well, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. As always, it's not America first or America last, but America only. All right, later, guys.